The invaders hit the planetary system with no warning. The defenders, though they were caught flat-footed, managed to hold their assailants off long enough to send word to a sector defense fleet. Unfortunately for the planet, the fleet would take 3 days to arrive in system. The message sent also reached a lone patrol ship, a heavy cruiser that happened to be only hours away from the conflict. The Bonhomme Richard immediately changed course to the contested sector. Appearing in system between the approaching fleet and the planet, the Bonhomme set general quarters. Her crew rushed to their battle stations, grim in the fact that they are all that stands between a colony of civilians and a horde of pillaging aliens. The guns were charged, the missile ports opened, and torpedoes loaded. They would fight with all they had. The cruiser was a ship designed for close-in attacks, with its most powerful weapons arranged on the port and starboard sides of the ship. The captain and crew knew if they would have any chance of surviving the day, the fight would have to be close-in and brutal. 2 alien ships broke off from the main fleet to engage the human warship. They expected the lone ship to crumble before them like the system's original defenders. The remainder of the fleet moved to a course that would bring them out of the effective combat range of the human ship at its current location. That overconfidence caused the captains of the breakaway ships to rush in, head first, directly into the broadside of the Bonhomme. The powerful cannons tore the alien ships to shreds when their reactors took direct hits, and most violent death was rewarded to the rushing ship's crews. A cheer rung out from the human crewmen. The ship's captain made an all-hands announcement. It was short and sweet. Scratch 2 hostiles. Seeing the death of their fellows, the alien fleet changed its course once again, this time to destroy the humans. Lighter, faster ships rushed ahead to screen for missiles launched at their heavier warships and troop transport. The captain of the human cruiser used this as an opportunity to move his ship to a more advantageous position. Placing the lighter enemy ships between his ship and the guns of the larger vessels, he pressed in at full speed. Rushing at the comparatively lighter armed opponents, the Bonhomme was able to get within broadside range of the fleet. Massive rounds poured out from the ship, smashing the escorts with little return damage being received. However, this bold attack had thinned the screen that was provided by the maneuver. The alien ships opened up on the humans, their powerful guns unleashed now that they had no fear of striking their own people. It looked like the end for the human warship when its port shields collapsed. The captain of the Bonhomme rolled his ship, bringing both his starboard shield and gun batteries to bear. Slowly the alien fleet was surrounding the enemy ship. Soon more sections of his shields were down, and there were breaches in his hull. The commander of the invaders moved his flagship in to deliver the final blow to this upstart human ship that managed to cause his fleet so much trouble. Almost all of his escorts were damaged or destroyed, and several of his larger ships had been damaged by the broadside of the human ship. He wanted to hear the commander of the enemy vessel's fear as his death arrived before him. So he hailed the enemy. Once he heard a connection established, he punched his transmitter. In a hissing tone he asked, "Was your pathetic display worth it, human? Do you feel good about the fact you led these creatures to their deaths at my hands?" The reply the human gave was strange to the alien, but to the crew of the Bonhomme Richard, it filled them with purpose. In one last blazing show of human audacity, the heavy cruiser began to turn and accelerate directly at the alien ship. All in attendance knew that if one of these ships didn't invade immediately, they would collide. The invaders opened fire again, attempting to destroy the humans, but this ship was built for taking punishment at close range. The alien commander ordered evasive maneuvers. This action saved them from one danger, but led them directly into the path of the terrible broadside guns of the rampaging ship, and at point-blank range. With its dying breath, the Bonhomme Richard tore holes through the flagship, one lucky shot striking the bank of batteries used by the alien ship's main guns. This caused a cascading explosion, triggering missile banks, power generators, and eventually the main reactors. The resulting explosion bloomed out, taking many ships with it, including the Bonhomme Richard. The people on the surface of the planet saw their last naval defender explode in the wake of the brilliant detonation of the flagship, at the same time the last message sent out by the cruiser, just before its brilliant death charge. The words spoken spread like wildfire, inspiring the local garrison and the local populace of the planet. "I have not yet begun to fight."